courtroom buzzed with tension. Cameras flashed. Reporters whispered. It was a high-profile fraud case that had gripped the city of Boston for months. Judge Harold Garrison adjusted his robe and scanned the room. He was known for his sharp tongue and no-nonsense attitude. "Bring in the prosecution," he barked. The door creaked open. A young man in a hoodie and jeans stepped inside. Garrison blinked. "Security," he called. "You let this kid wander in here?" The young man stepped confidently toward the bench. "I'm not lost," he said calmly. "My name is Caleb Monroe. I'm here to represent the prosecution." Laughter erupted. Courtroom buzzed again. Even the stenographer smirked. Garrison narrowed his eyes. "You are here to do what?" "Represent the state, Your Honor. I'm a licensed attorney under a fast-tracked federal exemption. The lead prosecutor fell ill. I was asked to step in this morning." "You? How old are you?" 15? 17, Caleb replied. "But legally age is irrelevant if I pass the bar," which I did. "With distinction?" Garrison scoffed. "This is not a mock trial, son. This is a federal courtroom. And I assure you, Your Honor, I am exactly where I am meant to be." The room fell silent. Caleb set down his leather folder on the table, plugged in his laptop, and turned to face the defense counsel, a seasoned lawyer named Miller Bryant, who had won 17 straight white-collar cases. Caleb was not intimidated. Bryant smirked. "Do they still sell juice boxes in your cafeteria, counselor?" "Actually," Caleb said evenly, "I didn't go to high school. I was studying comparative constitutional law at Oxford at the time." Bryant's smirk faded. The jury looked intrigued. So did the judge. Caleb's story didn't start in a courtroom. It started on the wrong side of it. He was 13 when his father, a social worker, was wrongly arrested for embezzlement. Caleb remembered watching as officers dragged his dad out of their apartment, his face twisted in shock and shame. Caleb's world collapsed. The trial was a joke. The public defender assigned to his father barely read the files. The prosecutor was aggressive. The judge, Garrison himself, had shown no mercy. His father was sentenced to 8 years. Caleb spent the next 4 years consumed. By one goal, mastering the law, he read every textbook he could find. Applied for early university admission, passed the LSAT at 14, passed the bar exam at 16, declined all offers from private firms. Instead, he joined the district attorney's office as a clerk. Until today, Judge Garrison leaned forward. "You're telling me I sentenced your father?" "Yes, sir. And now you want me to believe you're standing here without bias, ready to prosecute fairly?" "I don't believe in revenge," Caleb replied. "But I do believe in justice, and justice means doing the job without emotion. Something this court once failed to offer my family." The judge said nothing. Caleb turned to the jury. "Ladies and gentlemen," he began, "this case is not about finance. It is not about stock prices or economic fluctuations. It's about truth. One man stole pensions from over 700 retirees. This is not just a spreadsheet problem. This is real people's lives." He pointed to the first exhibit, a photograph of a 67-year-old woman who lost her retirement fund and now worked night shifts as a cleaner. As Caleb built his case, the courtroom transformed. No longer a teenager in a hoodie, he was eloquent, sharp, relentless. Every piece of evidence flowed into the next. Every witness questioned with surgical precision. Even Miller Bryant seemed off balance. During a recess, Bryant muttered to Garrison, "This kid's a machine." Garrison said quietly, "He's better than that. He's the most dangerous kind of lawyer." "What kind is that?" "One who has something to prove." By the third day, Caleb had unraveled the defense's main argument. He presented financial trails the defense missed. He linked forged documents to encrypted emails, did not raise his voice once. But his words struck harder than any shout. He didn't smile when the defendant was caught lying. He simply read the perjury statute out loud. Slowly, the courtroom sat in stunned silence. On the final day of trial, Caleb delivered his closing. "When I was 13, he began, I watched someone I love be crushed by a system designed to protect. That experience taught me 2 things. First, the law does not always serve the innocent. Second, it is my responsibility to make sure it does." He walked over to the defendant's table. This man, he continued, made millions while elderly couples lost their homes. He wore tailored suits while veterans searched trash bins for food, and now he wants your sympathy. Paused. But this trial is not about sympathy. It is about choice. The defendant chose greed. You now choose justice. He stepped back. No. Theatrics. It's no outburst. Just truth. The jury deliberated for 2 hours. The verdict was unanimous. Guilty on all charges. The room erupted. Reporters rushed outside to file stories. Headlines flooded social media. Judge Garrison called Caleb to the bench. "I want to apologize," the judge said. "I judged you before you even spoke. I saw a kid in a hoodie. What I missed was a man who came to serve the law better than anyone I have seen in years." Caleb nodded. "Thank you, Your Honor." As he packed up his files, a reporter asked, "What's next for you, Caleb?" Paused. "Next," he said, "I'm reopening the case that started it all." The reporter blinked. "Your father's case?" "Yes, because now I finally have the voice to defend him."